I'm Karen from Just Lush Nails. I've made a video previously to this one explaining how to use or troubleshoot any problems that you can possibly get with Quick Dip, the ASP system. What I'm going to do now, I've already done one with just showing a full pigmented colour, but I actually feel like I want to show you how to do a French dip. So what I've done, courtesy of my very supportive husband, I've put a polygel on his because he didn't fancy it all stuck to his natural nail plate, bless him. So I put a polygel on him, and I'm going to show you how to put a French dip system onto the natural nail polygel. So we've got, alright, let's get going with it. See you in a minute. Okay, here we are. So I'm just going to quickly run through again for those who didn't see my first video showing the procedure of the ASP, Quick Dip nail system. So I'll just quickly run through, like I say, the process. So the first step is, and I have told you on the intro that I have, and I will just show you this now. Look at this beautiful extension that I've just put on my husband's nail, bless him. All in the name of my studies. He's very supportive. So he's got a nicely formed polygel so that I could work on it to show you the smile line as in a French. So the first procedure we've got is the step one. Step one is the nail primer. Okay, so nail primer. This primes the nail, makes it maximum adhesion. That's it. And always remember, from my first video, put everything back in its pot. I made the fatal mistake of actually going, oh my goodness, and I left the brushes out because they look like they picked up a colour. But if you put them back in, do it quickly, work fast. If you're used to gel polish, it's a lot quicker. Right, so we're on step 2 of the Quick Dip, which is the nail base. So we're going to put a base. So where you brush with the base is where your powder is going to stick to. So the neater you can get it up around the cuticle, side walls, and the free edge is where your powder is going to sit. So let's put that back there with the lid on. So now we're going to do the dip. So what my lovely husband John is going to do is, this one's a clear. So if you're going to do a French, you just want the white tip, but a nice kind of see-through French, not the colour-ins. If you want to go colour-ins, you can change it to the Frenchy dip. So now he's got to put his finger in all the way, and drag it up, tap it off, use the fan brush. Okay, now that's that one done. So now we go back to number 3. Number 3 is the layering gel. Okay, so we open up number 3. Again, this has a bit of colour on it, which I've done from the previous, but it seems to not make a difference. So I'm going in with the layering gel. This one then is going to go into the white, which is then going to create us our smile line. Put it back in the pot. Can't tell you how important that is. Actually, you don't have to screw it all the way in, but if you can just put it back in the pot. Okay, now we're going to go into the white. This is going to create the smile line. Now the idea of this is to try and guide. There is dishes out there that will give you a better, but if you go in level, think of it's the symmetry of it, and if you want to move it round, pick up, pick up. You're in total control of your smile line, which is quite fab actually, I'm not going to lie, that is. Okay. And then, do you know what, I'm going to put a little bit more on that side, because you can. There you go, you see, you can just totally in control of how much. Some people want a little line, but that gives you, if you can see, it's just picked up a bit on there. Let me brush down with the fan brush. And then we're going to layer again. Back into white. That's good. Brush off the side walls. And then just to finish up, while you still, because you've put the stuff on the top, you just put a clear, so you can go into the clear. Okay. Brush off the excess. Okay, now it's had 2 goes. They do suggest 2 or 3 coats. He only needs 2. 3 coats sometimes if you've got highly pigmented colours, so that makes it extra bright. So now we're on to step 5. No, we're not. Totally lied. We want to go back to step 4, which is on the same as the step 2, which has now become your top coat, sealing it in. So remember that was step 4. Okay, so all over the nail, put enough on your brush, and don't forget to work quickly. Back in the pot straight away, and that's all lovely in there now, you don't ruin your brushes. Okay, we leave that for sort of 2 minutes, give it a bit of a, because we're not doing 2. They usually suggest when doing these services that you do 2 nails, so then you can go to that nail and then you go to this nail, and by the time that one's done you can finish, and then you move on like so. So you do it in those stages so that you don't leave your brushes too long out of their bottles. Okay, so it's had enough time now just to air cure slightly, so then we use number 5, and number 5 is the gel activator. Now I had trouble with this gel activator. It got me because I left it out too long and the whole brush went hard, and I believe that's what some people have had trouble with. So this is the activator, so we need to just get it on all over the nail. Don't mess about, like so. Don't worry about needing to free edge, because this is where you can go and file. Okay, back in the pot, screw it up, perfect. That little brush in there then is safe. leave it out for any length of time, you've got a hard brush. If that does happen, we have number 6, which is the brush cleaner. So if you do get a hard brush, undo it, undo this lid, which again, I found that odd. I managed to ruin the whole brush in here as well. I think I told you on the previous video. I thought it was slightly odd. What I don't understand, if someone can tell me, there you go, that's a good thing. Can someone tell me why there's a brush in the cleaning the brush pot? There must be a reason for that, because what I did when I made this one go hard, I put it in the pot and left it. Okay, so now I've just kind of talked a little bit because I was just waiting for this to air dry and activate itself. So it's actually hard. What you then do, as much as you want to do, you can get yourself a file and you file your edges to your shapes, any of the cuticles that may have caught the dust.
What grit is that?
Yeah, thank you, John. This is a 240. You always file in shape with a 240. The higher the number is the softer the grit, and only do 240. If you're going to go over the top of a product, you can go over the top if you're filing down with a 150, but that you never put these on natural nails. So we'll just buff it down a bit. Now John's good to go. All he needs is a top coat. An ASP recommend this while it's dry, and it actually is blooming good. It dries literally so quickly. So we're not going for glamour because John's not got glamorous hands, but I think there you can see there's room for improvement, but we was, you know, it's giving you the right idea of how on John's beautiful hands here that you can get that beautiful smile line just by sticking it in a pot, and it's very forgiving. But again, I can't emphasize enough at how important it is to put these little brushes back in their pots, and if they get hard, straight away into the brush cleaner, otherwise you just knacker them. Yeah, look at that, you see? There you go, guys. Look, if I've done anything wrong or you've got some really useful tips that I can take with me to help me further my excitement of trying new products, I would really love to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe, and I appreciate all your support. Lots of love from Just Lush Nails. Bye bye.